say anything about the cowboy 2-minute warning. You could make sure your phones are off. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I honor Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible. Report now progress. Now we're good. Trevino presiding. JWC County Commissioners Court for today, July 24th, 2026, 9 a.m. It's now in session. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good morning so far. Agenda item number 3, public testimony. We have Rogelio Mercado.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Rogelio Mercado, County Extension Agent. Just want to take a minute or two to give you an update on the New World Screwworm and an upcoming program that we have for next week. As of June 3rd, we have had 42 confirmed cases in the United States, 41 of which are in the state of Texas. 11 of those are currently active and 31 are already inactive, which is a good thing. I think our efforts are moving forward and are being effective, and hopefully that will continue to be the case. The closest 2 cases that we've seen are in Jim Hog, and that one is already inactive. It was in the southern part of Jim Hog County in Guerra, and there is now an active case in Starr County in Roma, and those are the closest ones to us. Surprisingly enough, the other cases are over by the Big Bend and in that general area to the northwest of us. And that's what we have seen in the last 45 days since June 3rd. On your desk, I provided you with a handout for a webinar that we are hosting. The Extension is hosting next week on Thursday, starting at 10. It is going to be very similar to some of the other programs that we have held live and also in on the web. I got the fortunate opportunity to be part of the 4-speaker lineup, so I'll be the speaker talking about cattle and cattle management under the New World Screwworm. But this whole presentation will be in Spanish, and it's going to be delivered online. So if you have anybody that might be interested or is limited in their speaking ability only to Spanish, now's the time to pass that on, and they can scan that first QR code with their phone, and that will provide them with access to the webinar. And that's all I have.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you for your hard work and dedication on this.
Thank you.
If I may, I just want to let everybody know that we've expanded the spay and neuter program for the PAC grant that we were awarded, and it's going to cover. It doesn't still cover the whole county, but it will cover a lot more than it has been in the past. So now it covers. It comes into town here, now all the way to 44, back to towards the San Diego area. We do have a map available, and you can look at it. We'll have some streets here in town that you can do it. You can participate. It's not going to be $25. It's going to be $35. Plus, you get the other rabies and other vaccines available. And we're going to do another vaccine date on early part of September and another one early part of November. And it's actually, the program's working real good. We're averaging, George, about 32 every day, twice a week.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
And we also have, we're going to have the heartworm series, medication series, right?
Yes, the next card.
You'll be able to get when you get the spay or neuter services. So please keep pushing it, keep bringing it up. We need to control the pet population, and it's working real good. And we've included Fremont now also. I'm sorry, we haven't been able to include Orange Grove, but we're working on it. We are working with Alice to be able to do the animals they have in the kennels, to where we can spay or neuter at a certain, actually, she will do them for free as long as they go up for adoption. And then Alice is also gonna work on a program for cats, stray cats. They'll be charged $10 a piece and they can release them. But if they're adoptable, they'll do it for free. So that's a heck of a program. So we're getting everybody involved and we ask for support and please bring your animals in, control the population. Thank you.
Ms. Ana Maria Torres.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. I'm Anne Marie Torres, Prairie View A&M University, Jim Wells County Extension Agent. I just wanted to advise you that since the inception of the 504 Senior Home Repair Program, with the assistance of the Commissioners, we have applied for $80,000 in the 504 USDA grants. We still have appointments. We're still doing Assistance Day. The Assistance Day usually consists, one appointment is 2 hours for the first appointment, and usually the applicants need to come back for 2 more before they submit to the USDA office. But so far, we've got $80,000 submitted, and hopefully, it takes about 6 months to get a response back. So we'll still be working on those applications, helping the community submit those so that our seniors are able to be taken care of. So I just wanted to report that.
Thank you. I appreciate
you.
that, and thank you for getting back with the 2 individuals that I sent to you.
Yes,
Appreciate that.
thank you. So, thank you.
Judge, can I add one more thing here? Yes, sir. There's an article going around on Facebook that people have concerns about, and I agree with what they're saying. It's about the data centers. And I think in the near future, we need to either put this item on the agenda, discuss, hear the people what their opinion is on this matter. Everybody has different ideas. There's a lot of misconceptions going out there. But we were at the conference just that we were the last time. There was a lot of good information being put out there. I mentioned it that after that meeting, we came in here. But by all means, if anybody's got any questions, they can call us. You can call your office, just call us, and we can explain what we know. We can only do so much. We do not have a lot of power as a county. And so be patient. And if anybody has any questions, come over. And if we can put it on the agenda, Judge, I'd be more than happy to discuss this with the communities.
Not a problem.
Thank you.
Anything else? Anybody?
Yes, Judge. Yesterday, we had a groundbreaking event on County Road 129 for a mitigation project. We had a great turnout. Judge Isabel was there. A few other county officials and a lot of local people. I was impressed, actually, and these projects come along and they're going to benefit the whole community. So, and I'm sure we got more coming down the pipe. So, I just want to thank everybody who showed up and appreciates all these things that are happening here in Jim Wells County. That's all.
Anybody else? Hearing none, we'll move forward to agenda item number 4, previous minutes.
Motion to approve item, Mr. President, Judge.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 5, consent agenda. Consent agenda items will be voted upon in one vote and will not be discussed separately unless requested by the county judge, commissioner, or a citizen.
Judge, Commissioners, I have reviewed the budget amendments and they are allowable agenda items with y'all's approval.
Motion to approve item number 5 is presented, Judge.
Okay.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 6, proclamations. 6.1, discuss, consider, and take action on a proclamation honoring and recognizing Prairie View A&M University on its 150th anniversary, celebrating the historic legacy, academic excellence, and enduring service to the state of Texas, the nation, and the world. Would you like to read the proclamation?
Sure, I can read it.
There's some of the items you want, and then proclamation. Oh, you know what? This will make it easier for you.
County of Jim Wells County Proclamation.
Can you state your name for the
Oh,
court?
I'm sorry. Anne Marie Torres. I'm the Prairie View A&M University Jim Wells County Extension Agent. And the proclamation reads as follows: honoring and recognizing Prairie View A&M University on the 150th anniversary, celebrating history, legacy, academic excellence, and enduring service of the state of Texas, the nation, and the world. Whereas Prairie View A&M University had its humble beginnings in the Texas Constitution of 1876, which created an agricultural mechanical college on August 14, 1876. The 15th legislature established the Alta Vista Agricultural and Mechanical College of Texas for colored youth. The first 8 students enrolled and began their studies on March 11, 1878. And whereas Prairie View A&M University, the second oldest public institution of higher education in the state of Texas and the third largest historically black college university in the nation, is designated as an institution of the first class in the Texas Constitution. Enrollment exceeds 10,000 students and includes more than 5,000 graduates at Prairie View A&M University, is a Carnegie classified high research university and a member of the Texas A&M University system dedicated to fulfilling its land-grant mission of excellence in teaching, research, and service. And whereas Prairie View A&M University is committed to teaching, research, service, and outreach, and improve lives and strengthen communities across Texas and beyond. And whereas the university was originally a teaching college, but in 1887 has curriculum was expanded to include agricultural, nursing, arts, sciences, and mechanical arts. It became a land-grant institution on March 14, 1890, began offering baccalaureate degrees in 1919, and established graduate studies in 1937, offering advanced degrees in multiple academic fields. And whereas in 1945, the name of the institution was changed to Prairie View University, and in 1947, the Texas legislature authorized expanded academic offerings equivalent to those at other major public institutions on August 27, 1973. The name was officially changed to Prairie View A&M University, affirming its status within the Texas A&M University system. And whereas throughout its history, Prairie View A&M University has played a transformative role in expanding access to higher education, particularly for historically underrepresented communities, while fostering academic achievement, innovation, and civic engagement. And whereas under the visionary leadership of President Dr. Tamika P. LeGrand, Prairie View A&M University has embarked on the ambitious journey to eminence plan to elevate the institution as a premier public historically black university and national model for student success, emphasizing research excellence, increased graduation rates, and strong postgraduate outcomes. And whereas Prairie View A&M students are are inspired to realize their potential and reimagine the future, benefiting from a vibrant campus community representing multiple states and countries, engaging in more than 170 student organizations, and excelling in academics, athletics, and professional development opportunities. Whereas Prairie View A&M University has educated generations of graduates who have served with distinction as educators, engineers, scientists, military leaders, entrepreneurs, elected officials, jurists, and public servants at the local, state, national, and international levels. And whereas the university's motto, Prairie View produces productive people, is reflected in the integrity, leadership, and service demonstrated by its students, faculty, staff, alumni, and partners. Be it resolved that Jim Wells County Commissioners Court hereby recognizes Prairie View A&M University for its outstanding contributions to higher education and its unwavering commitment of excellence in teaching, research, and service, and extends its best wishes to the students, faculty, staff, administrators, and alumni as they continue to build on the university's proud legacy.
You.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and we congratulate A&M Prairie View on their 150th anniversary.
Where's it located?
Prairie View is located about 45 minutes, maybe less than that, west of Houston, Texas.
Okay,
So it's a small,
out of Houston.
yes, it's right out of Houston. I'd say pretty close to almost Katy.
Okay.
So, yes, it's a thriving university. It's been there.
I can imagine it grows there pretty, Katy, all that area is growing a lot.
It is growing. The university's also growing. The university's also hoping to establish more extension agents within all 254 counties. As of right now, we have 35 extension agents within the state of Texas, and hopefully by 2028, they are hoping to have 75 and then grow from that. So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Would you like a photo for them?
Yes, please.
Hey, Judge. There's bicho. There en la back. No te caes. No, no, no. Porque no salgo ahora.
We have it all signed and everything ready for you. Send it over. Judge Canales here. Not yet. I'll just recognize you right now. I saw you walk in. Thank you so much for attending. I know we have an agenda item, but it's a pleasure having you with us here.
Proclamation.
Yes, can I entertain a motion?
A motion to approve item 6.1 is presented, Judge.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. Agenda item number 7, Jim Wells County ESD 1, 7.1, discuss, consider, and take action from Jim Wells County ESD 1 wishes to present to the County Commissioners Court the annual compilation financial report for the FY 2025.
Isabel, I assume, do they have a copy?
I made Judge a copy, but I did scan it to where it's backup. on
Okay,
the-
do y'all need me to leave you a copy?
If you want, yeah.
Does anybody have any questions? I mean, basically, it's what it says every year. We are in compliance. Because we're under $250,000, we don't have to do the full audit. We only have to do a compilation report. Oh, Karen Canali, Jim Wells County Treasurer, sorry.
Morning.
Haven't been here in a while, so.
It's okay, it's good, you're okay. Is there any questions on the report? Hearing none, I'll make a motion, we approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just for the court's information, that's just a report that they come and do every year as a ESD. Agenda item number 8, Elections Department. Mr. Richard Guerra, 8.1, discuss, consider, and take action to adopt engineering rules and designated engineering boundaries, guidelines for Jim Wells County Resource Center located at 601 East Main Street, Alice, Texas, establishing designated areas for electioneering activities in compliance with the Texas Election Code, with such rules to become effective for all elections beginning with the November 3rd, 2026 general election.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Richard Guerra. I'm the Election Administrator for Jim Wells County. And I think you all have a copy there. These were revised on the 17th of this month. And the reason for this is our relocation from 200 North Almond to 601 East Main. So after having a few elections, there's also our 911 coordinator, Mr. Julio Martinez, has put together a map there so you can get a visual reference of our building. Anything shaded in red will be kind of the barriers there. You can see outside there's a little outline of green where the people can put signs where they can sit and elect.
Sidewalk, right?
Yes, only on the sidewalk. Only on the sidewalk. And across the street, right there where that Wells Fargo ATM used to be, that parking lot is part of the county. So that can be kind of where they can do their, picnicking kind of things that they used to do across the street here from the courthouse. There is one little exclusion there on the north side of that parking lot, which is just south of 62, what is the address there? 62 North Cameron. That's the Alice Eyeglass Center. So that fence kind of belongs to them. We won't allow political signs to be posted on that. Okay? I'm here for any questions that you guys might have.
Were you gonna do any for the other areas? Just.
Well, those are pretty much from any entry at any polling site, we have 100 feet. So our judges at each particular site will set up our distance markers. And there is an additional clause in there. If they're using like an amplification device, like a bullhorn or something, then it shoots out to 1,000 feet. And then all of these distance markers and restrictions, also you have to take into account private property, other businesses. If they're owned by other people or businesses are run, then they kind of have sway over their own property.
Thank you.
And
Go ahead, Judge.
this document will be disseminated to the chairs.
Yes, as soon as it's finalized here, and it'll also be posted on the Jim Wells County Elections website.
Very good, sir. Any questions, Judge? I'd like to make a motion to approve items presented.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. Guerra.
Thank you.
Mr. Guerra.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julio, for everything you guys do.
Yes,
Thank you very
sir.
much.
Thank you, Julio. Agenda item number 9, vacancy, Jim Wells County Constable Precinct 4. 9.1, discuss, consider, and take action to appoint a qualified person to fill the vacancy in the office of Jim Wells County Constable
Precinct 4, created by the death of the Constable Frank Davila, to serve until the successor elected at the November 3rd, 2026 general election has qualified following the canvass of that election in accordance with Chapter 87 of the Texas Local Government Code and Article Section 17 of the Texas Constitution. At this time, we only have one applicant, so we're going to review his application, and in doing so, we're going to go into executive session. It is 9:25, Jim Wells County Commissioners Court for today, July 24th, 2026. We're going to executive session under 551.07, personnel matters.
Everybody steps out, right, Judge?
Yeah, everybody would have to step out until we're done.
Executive session. Unmuted? Okay, Judge. Go ahead.
We're ready? Okay. It is 9:51 a.m. Jim Wells County Commissioners Court has come back from executive session. We were in executive session on section 551.074 personnel matters. During executive session, no action was taken. We're back in regular session, and based on that information, can I entertain a motion?
Judge, I make a motion to accept, appoint Frank Davila III as the
Second,
precinct 4 constable for the, until November canvassing, general election canvassing,
November 3rd election.
canvassing.
Okay. I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion carries, and I'm a yay on that one too.
You wanna? Good.
Yeah. So, just for informational, disbursement, if anybody else is interested in this position, please refer to your chairs, whether Democratic or Republican chairs, for your interest, and they will take it from there. If you need any other information, you can get it from Mr. Guerra at the election office. Congratulations, Mr. Frank. You want to come on up, take a picture? Yes, okay. Just for further information, we don't want to wait till our next meeting to swear in Mr. Davila. There's a couple of things we have to get settled, like your bond and stuff like that. So we're gonna have a special meeting next Friday to swear you in so you can get off and running.
When's the effective date, Judge?
Effective date will be on the swearing.
On the swearing date?
Right.
We don't see you before then, we'll see you next Friday, first swearing.
yes, sir. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Just to reiterate before we move forward, we will not wait till next Commissioners Court. That's almost 3 weeks away. So what we'll do is we'll have a special meeting next Friday. Between now and then, we'll get your bond and whatever paperwork needs to be done completed, and we'll swear you in on Friday. Agenda item number 10, Jim Wells County Auditor Cindy Garcia. 10.1, discuss, consider, and take action to adopt the Jim Wells County Employee Expense Reimbursement Policy and approve Jim Wells County Employee Expense Reimbursement Form, establishing uniform procedures governing employee reimbursement for authorized county expenditures made by personal funds effective upon adoption.
Yes, Judge and Commissioners, I've attached the policy form. This is just, the purpose of this is, of course, in the rare event.
Is there a mic? Yeah, you have a mic?
It's right here. I have a mic.
Can't hear.
You can?
Can't hear.
We got to upgrade on the mic. They can't hear me.
Need to work on our mics.
Get new ones ASAP.
Yeah.
We can't have this anymore.
So, the personnel
Where's the
policy,
information?
I don't have information.
Was there some,
I didn't attach that.
I'm sorry, she didn't attach it. You want me to make copies?
You can just talk loud enough, we can hear you, it'll be fine.
Hold on, let's take.
Unless you wanna go up there.
I'm not, I'm turning. Okay. So with the personal, with the employee, it's just to streamline the policy on the rare event that an official or employee.
You have it on the,
It's not attached. This one is not attached.
you don't have an attachment on it? Okay.
You wanna go make copies for,
I can go.
or,
I have copies,
you have copies of it?
Yeah, I
Okay.
have copies. I just like to see it on the,
I don't have a copy.
You have a copy?
you don't have one?
Let's get a copy for you. Is there a copy for the next agenda item also? Or no?
I sent them.
Copy.
Look at this, folks.
Yeah, so this is basically the policy to streamline in the rare event that an employee or official has to purchase something out of their own funds.
The reimbursement policy.
Hold on, we got interference over here. Thank you.
So it's just we didn't have a policy in place, so this kind of streamlines everything. It's a uniform policy, so everybody is on the same page. And there is a form, so whenever we're going to reimburse, so that's more of an internal control form where it states the employee's information, the department head, that they'll be approving it, that it's for official county business. And this form will be attached to the purchase order, and will reimburse the employee if they have an out-of-pocket expense. So that's what the form is.
Okay,
Because we have a credit card policy, but that's the county policies with our credit cards. So this is just if the employee or official makes a purchase.
can you give an example of what it's used for? Like if,
If an employee purchases
Battery.
a battery for a county vehicle. So, and they didn't come and check out an accounts payable card, or the official doesn't have a credit card. Most officials have cards, but like, I think all y'all have credit cards. But if they don't, then if George told his foreman to go buy a battery for a truck on his personal card, then he just has to have the receipt, everything matches.
whatever the policy says that we're implementing today.
So what was happening now? How was it being
There
done?
was a lot of situations, so.
So what you're trying to do is kind of like hone in.
Right, so it's streamlined because, we have to have those internal controls that it's for county policy, county use. That it's their credit card that they're charging,
Yeah,
all of it.
you're just trying to do all the verifications before we pay anything out.
To the employee, yeah. Because it was kind of like all over the place. There was no like policy in place. So that's what this is in the form.
So well, why was it, because we have our items on our budget. I mean, battery wasn't a good example to use because we have an item there, but I know there's some stuff that we have to purchase like online because we either you got a better price or you just can't find it
Yeah,
anywhere else
and-
to get it fast enough.
I mean, we have like accounts payable cards that can be checked out, or the county has like an Amazon account. Just so we're following the correct purchase order process and the county's purchasing it. Or there's I know county judge has like a Walmart credit card for the county. Of course, the best way is to go through vendors that will bill us, but if we don't and it's an emergency, then yeah, you can come check out a credit card in our office. And we have the Amazon account too, if it's something that can wait for a couple of days. We have Amazon account too.
So everything stays the same other than filling out the forms?
Filling out the form, yeah, appropriately getting the,
You just want a
Department head.
backup, that's what you're asking for.
yeah.
And sometimes there's instances where a certain auto part doesn't have a part, but we don't have an account with the other parts store, or the payment doesn't hit their accounts receivable in the time, so we're locked out of the account, sometimes just things like that.
Yeah, and I know we were running into like credit card limits. There wasn't enough cards because of other situations, so they had to pay out of their out of pocket, yeah. So, and I mean, I know you've run into that situation too, but this will just streamline that process.
And will help you verify everything. else.
Documentation, that's all.
I'll make a motion, we approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item 10.2, discuss, consider, and take action on adopting an addendum to the county personnel policy employee payroll section, establishing procedures for the temporary payroll designation of exempt employees assigned to official emergency response duties under activation orders issued by the Texas Division of Emergency Management or pursuant to authorized state and federal mutual aid agreements. This one,
You can
okay, yeah, this one is pertaining to something that we've never done before. I think it was in 2023 or 2024, we approved a contract with Texas Division of Emergency Management that will allow our emergency manager, who is Lance Brown, that on emergency situations, they can be deployed to help other counties, other cities. And currently, he was deployed last week, and he is currently in Uvalde running the disaster assistance facility over there for the disaster declaration and the disaster that's going on over there right now. So he has been there and will be there till Friday. Lance Brown is an exempt employee for us. However, when he is helping and providing mutual aid, he's working 14, 16-hour days over there. So Cheatham will pay them time and a half on overtime. For Jim Wells County, he's an exempt employee. He doesn't get paid that overtime. So for situations like this and any other situations where individuals are deployed, this addendum would allow them to utilize Cheatham's.
Yeah, it allows the county to switch over whenever he gets official orders, or whoever the employee is at the time, official orders from TDM or any other agency. It allows an exempt employee to switch status because of the emergency basis, so they can now get paid overtime for their hours. But in turn, the agency will reimburse us 100% of his overtime, salary and overtime. And any other expenses. But since we didn't have this in the policy, the TDM rep states that they wouldn't reimburse us any overtime. So we have to adopt this in order for us to pay him out, and then they'll reimburse us that full amount. So that's why this is in place, that way, that if not, they wouldn't reimburse us.
And that's very important because throughout this time, however long he's there, Jim Wells County is getting reimbursed for his duties. The main thing with this establishing these procedures is that he'll be able to switch over to an hourly rate where you get paid overtime. As soon as he returns to normal duties for Jim Wells County, that status changes back to exempt. Is there any questions or anything?
Yes, sir.
Hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And I've had daily contact with Mr. Brown, and he's out there in Uvalde running that disaster assistance center. Yeah, they're going through some things in those areas. We definitely send our prayers, and we hope that these disasters will subside and people can return to at least normal functioning days up there and up north. Agenda item number 11, Sheriff's Department, Sheriff Guy Baker, 11.1, discuss, consider, and take action on a resolution allowing Jim Wells County Sheriff's Office to apply, accept, and operate under the FY 27 Strategic Traffic Enforcement Program STEP Grant numbers 2027, Jim Wells, or Jim W. County SO IDM 00028.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. Last year, we had over 450 major accidents that had fatalities. Of those 450 accidents, the majority involved intoxicated drivers. We even had one deputy that had arrested a intoxicated driver on his way back to the department. Another intoxicated driver wrecked into the deputy. Jim Wells County right now is in the top 10% of the state of all counties for intoxicated driver fatalities. And that puts us at a high-risk county. I want to reduce that number, obviously. This is one of the grants that, they'll give us. It's a little over 20-something thousand for overtime. Now, we won't use that. We'll specifically use that in basically 4 times of the year. You got your 4th of July, you got your New Year's, you got, the times where we're going to encounter most people driving while intoxicated or impaired. And we'll use that as overtime to put more officers on the road and to ensure visibility and to kind of reduce the amount of drivers that are out there driving intoxicated.
Do we have to read the?
Well, this is asking for permission for me to apply for this grant from the Transportation Department.
So it's just funding for overtime?
It is funding for overtime to place additional officers out on the road during those specific times.
Make a motion, we approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
Will you come back and let us know? You're just gonna apply, right? You let us know if it came through?
Yes, sir. I'll have to come back and certify it as well. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah, I think last year, I think we had individuals come and report about all the grants. We'll do it again this year, just so we can be aware of all those things that are out there. Agenda item number 12, Commissioner Precinct 4, Huicho Gonzalez. 12.1, discuss, consider, and take action to authorize Commissioner Precinct 4, Huicho Gonzalez, to auction the 1999, for, what does that say? Huh? Rose?
Rose, yeah.
Hold on, I have my glasses on, I can't even see. Where am I at? Bros RJ 350 sweeper, serial number 89613. 2006 CPS DP trailer dump belly, serial number 53C1116296P006301, and a metal table.
Judge, this is just stuff that it's already served its purpose and then it's out of commission, so we're putting it up for auction.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 13, request for qualifications. 13.1, discuss, consider, and take action to authorize the county judge, Pedro P. Trevino Jr., to issue a request for qualifications for architectural and engineering A&E services to assess the Jim Wells County Jail, including infrastructure, above-ground mechanical systems, and facility remodeling needs, and to recommend repairs, renovations, and future improvements. So, we had this on the agenda last month, and we had agreed that if we could find some company or firms on a buy board to come and do this assessment for us. In speaking with the sheriff last week, we originally said that we did, and we do, but I think it's more prudent if we just put it out for RFQ and we get an architectural engineering firm to come and do this for us. If we approve it today, we don't have a grant for it, but we're gonna follow all the grant rules. In case a grant ever comes up for it and we apply for it, we've already been following the rules. So, all inquiries will be submitted to Ms. Norma Salas. We will put it out on the web on Monday, the 27th. And then we put it in the Alice Echo newspaper to run twice. We're able to run it twice on the Echo, right? Between now and then, yes? Okay, and then we're also gonna run it in the Corpus Christi Caller. And all the deadlines for any questions to be asked about the RFQ would need to be submitted by Friday, August 14th, 2026 at 4 p.m. All responses to the RFQ have to be submitted Wednesday, August 19th by 4 p.m. So, that being said,
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 14, 14.1, executive session pursuant to section 551.087, economic development negotiation, discussing regarding the proposed chapter 380 economic development agreement with Victoria Retail Group LLC, including terms, conditions, incentives, and legal issues associated with this proposed agreement. So on this one, I'm going to ask that we table the item. I want to make sure we have representatives that are able to be here. And we also needed to change the chapter on the agenda item to 381 instead of 380. So that being said, can I entertain a motion to table?
Motion to table. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 15, agenda item number 15, agreements. 15.1, discuss, consider, and take action regarding the proposed chapter 380 economic development agreement with Victoria Retail Group LLC, including authorization for the county judge to execute the agreement and all necessary documents. Can I entertain a motion to table?
Motion to table. 15.1.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 15.2, discuss, consider, and take action on agreement between Jim Wells County, Texas and Maverick County, Texas to establish an outstanding financial obligation to Maverick County for the housing of inmates. We had a meeting with Maverick County 2 weeks ago, Sheriff, 2 weeks ago? Something like that. Cindy, I think, Ms. Garcia, you were in it also. And it was just to establish a payment plan for our outstanding balance that we have there for inmate housing. We had already approved, I think in March, a $250,000 payment. The agreement would be another $50,000, $250,000 payment September 1st. And then the remainder, which will begin 2027, March of 2027, which would be another 250,000, and then September 1st, the remainder. They have agreed to those terms, barring that we approve it. And once we approve it, we'll send, I've already sent the contract to be read by Judge over there. So he is not in, and he's basically going through some of the issues, some of the weather issues over there also. So I respectfully request, or I can make the recommendation that we approve this contract, barring their approval in their commissioners court. Once they do that, then the contract will go into effect, and we will remit the payments as explained earlier.
So in March, you're gonna pay another 250,000?
So in September 1st,
Yeah, I
we'll
got
pay
that.
another 250,000. March 2027, another 250,000, and then September 1st, the remainder.
So what is the total that we owe Maverick County?
Do you have that total with you, Cindy?
Yeah,
But is it-
675, 500.
But the balance is growing, right?
No, no,
No, we're staying caught up. This is what we need to.
Anything that's occurring right now throughout these months,
has been,
we're caught up, we're paid up. This contract only stipulates from what we owed them from 2025.
I have a question, and I may ask the sheriff. Is there any possible way we can pay part of this out of the drug forfeiture funds? No?
No, the drug forfeiture fund has, there's limits as to what it can be used for. It cannot be used for county obligations, to a point. Now, I can buy equipment, I can buy a lot of other things, I can supplement some salaries, but to pay for inmate housing, I think would cross that line. We do not want to cross that line because there is already movement in the legislature that they do not like the way the asset forfeitures are, because some counties are abusing that. They may be seizing $2,000, $3,000 where they shouldn't be. So we need to be careful, and I do believe that does violate the law, the way it is written.
Is there like a policy written on that you can't use those funds? I would like to see the policy, written policy or email or.
It's not a policy, it's in the law.
I'd like
And
to
the law
have a
is,
copy of that.
you can look it up. It's open to anybody to look up. The asset forfeiture fund is basically administered by the sheriff. So anything that is done, I'm responsible for, with, the asset forfeiture funds. So, that would be my decision.
But you said you think.
No, I'm not gonna pay for the inmate housing because I do believe it does violate the law.
You do believe, not sure.
That's what I'm saying.
The point is, I'm the only one that's held responsible for it, so I'm just telling you, and because it's the asset forfeiture fund, that, you don't have to answer for any mistake made. I have to. I administer that fund. And I believe that that's a county obligation, and I believe that that's a misuse of the seizure form. So the asset forfeiture funds are supposed to advance operations. They're supposed to enhance operations for the sheriff's department. They're supposed to provide equipment that that potential counties can't provide, but is operationally necessary. to do their job. But it is definitely in the law that it is not to supplement county obligations. Inmate housing, it falls very clearly into a county obligation.
Cindy, have they used the forfeiture fund before to pay for housing or?
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't think so. You work out of, chapter 59, right? Out of the, so that it clearly states that you can use it for almost anything you want. You know, as far as I understand, you know, but, you know, I can see where you're gonna deplete it pretty fast doing this, but
Well, so I don't operate off of strictly government code, chapter 59. I have to follow all criminal codes. And the asset forfeiture one is one that, yes, the sheriff has the say in how it's used, but it's not like I have a blank check to use it for whatever I want. So I do have to be, because it's broad language, but it does say, it cannot be a substitute for county obligations. That's the part that it is, so I will not be using it
at
for
the
it.
end of the day, we need to fix our jail. Get our inmates in there and move on. That's pretty much what we need to do. Actually, we're about a year behind schedule on that. That really upsets me because we should have been going out for RFQs a year ago. You know, here we are a year after and we got this $1 million expense, you know, it's frustrating and it's upsetting that, you know, that we still have a jail that we cannot, you know, house 80 inmates. You know, to me, that's unacceptable, actually.
I agree with you.
But anyway, we're moving forward and hopefully we get there at some point.
Yes, sir.
Just for clarifications, we have, the outstanding balance is 675,500.
Judge, oh, I'm sorry. I think it was said the last time, and I just want to verify, wasn't it supposed to be on the contract at like a 10% charge? Were we charged for that or not?
No.
No?
Not if we approve this agreement, there's no additional fees, or even though they're allowed to in the contract, none of those fees will be applied. It will cost the county no more money than what services were rendered.
Okay, anything else? Just for clarification, the amount we owed is 675,500. Payment number one was done in March of 2026. The second payment, September 1st, 2026 is 250,000. March 1st, 2027 will be 250,000, and the remainder, September 1st, 2027, 175,500.
I just want to make
This will be incorporated to our new budget, right?
The money's for next year.
The money
yes,
for
I'll-
next year, yes.
So we'll be appropriating it again on our new budget.
That's what's gonna hurt us right there.
Yeah. And it does reflect back on, setting this back. I just want to make a comment for somebody that we owe $675,000 and nobody's ever approached us and asked for our money. Man, that's crazy for a county that's dead broke over there. It is insane. How they would not ask for everything. I wouldn't have never made this deal. Somebody owes me $10, I'll be after you. So.
Well, we worked with the sheriff and the judge, and they were very understanding. They understand that they didn't contact us as well. They understand that, and we're working together. We still have inmates there. We're still helping each other out, and so you know they're willing to work with us, and so that's.
We are weaning ourselves out of there eventually, right?
I'm sorry?
We're gonna wean ourselves out of that jail, right?
Well, I mean, it depends. It depends on whether you build another facility or not. We have,
Isn't that the
we have
reason
we have approximately 100 inmates, and with our jail operating at full capacity, we may be able to house 80, maybe around there. But we do not have, so you got, with the Texas Commission on Jail Standard rules, you have to keep females separate. You have, there's a lot of rules that come into play. So yes, we can house 80 inmates, but we will still need additional space unless we add on to the jail. That's dependent upon the court.
And I understand what you're saying, but my question is, we have, what's the one here in Fowl?
Geo.
Geo, and then are we still housing in
Jim Hall,
Jim Hog?
yes.
So wouldn't it be more cost effective for us to have them over here than have them over there?
So Maverick County charges us a lot less per inmate than Geo does. So we have to balance the transport costs versus the higher daily rate. One, two, Geo gives priority to the marshal service. So if the marshal service comes in and needs to house, and this happened to us once already, if they need to take over a housing unit, we have to go get inmates and put them somewhere else. So this is you want to have options. So I don't plan on canceling the contract with Maverick. We may remove a lot of the inmates, at some point in the future, won't be near future, but where they move around and is constantly changing based on where it's most fiscally responsible for us to house them.
You said that Maverick is cheaper. How much cheaper than Jill
About
per inmate?
This is close, but it may not be exact, but it's about $8 a day per inmate, more expensive to house in Geo than it is in Maverick County. But then you have the transport cost to consider. So we have to take all of that into consideration. If we have an inmate that we know that's gonna be there for a little while and not have to come to court, obviously we'll send them to Maverick because it's cheaper. If we have an inmate that we know is gonna have to come to court next week, we're gonna send them to Geo because the transport costs are, so we have to analyze that with everybody.
So that issue you were talking about, the Geo, that when they take over a wing, they get eliminated, do you go through that? You've gone through it once, have you gone through
We've
it?
gone through it once already, yes. Yeah, they called us and said they need the space because the marshals needed it. And, and it's their facility, so we have to go get the inmates. Now, I will say that Maverick will go pick them up for free, didn't charge us any transport to do that. There's a lot of things in the contract that they don't charge us for. They help us out a lot with transports because I ask them to. Jim Hogg does the same thing because I ask them to. Contractually, they can charge us, but they choose not to. That's what I have to take into account, all these things, so that we're as efficient as we possibly
Sheriff,
can.
you know how many beds they hold at Maverick?
I know it's it's about 200 and something. He told me the exact number, I can't remember, but it's over 200.
And I'll make this comment before and I'll make it again. I just don't understand how,
What's the count on your housing inmates?
Today, I believe it was 90, it's either 92 or 96. I can tell you right now if you want to know exactly, but it was right under 100.
Micho, you gonna say something?
yeah, I was gonna say something. And it's just a comment, what it kills me is that I
92.
never understood how we have an issue here, but those people don't have issues like we do, overcrowded,
So in Eagle
What are they
Pass,
doing, what are they doing that they have the space? Like Jim Hogg, I talked to the county judge, I said, y'all don't have any crime over there? How can that be,
a lot of it could be the way their courts operate. It could be the way probation operates. It could be several different factors. They have a bigger jail because they had the federal government help them out with the jail due to if you remember the crisis where they had people sitting under bridges and things like that. I'm applying for something right now that we may not get, that might help us, which is one of the reasons I think the RFQ is a good idea, Judge. We spoke about that. If that comes through, all our problems are solved. If it doesn't, we still have it. I'm hoping that it will. I'm applying for it. We'll see if we get it.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Yes, sir.
Can I entertain a motion?
Make a motion
Make a motion, we have to pay it, you know, I mean, we're committed to the, you know, we don't like it, but I make a motion that we approve it.
Oh, I like it. I don't see how they like it over there.
You know, we can vote against it all we want, but at the end of the day, we have to pay it.
I have a motion. and-
Second. Oh, you got the second? Renee, you
I
have the
have a
second?
motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 16, County Auditor's Report. 16.1, discuss, consider, and take action to approve County Auditor's Reports.
Yes, Judge and Commissioners. The first report I have is going to be the sales tax report for the month of June 2026. And you'll see our revenues for general fund and road and bridge for the sales tax were at a 48.76% collection. So we're pretty much right on target at half the year as far as what, compared to what we budgeted versus what we've collected. So that's pretty accurate. If you want to look at the following page in regards to the monthly payment that we did receive and kind of comparing the other taxing entities, Jim Wells County for the month of June, it was definitely a lot less lower than last month. We collected 219,000 and change versus last month at 312. That's a 29.93% decrease over last month. The trend kind of goes, the city of Alice was down as well, not as much at 6.09% decrease. City of Orange Grove was down 32.92 increase. City of Fremont is actually the only one that went up in the percentage change of collections versus last month. If we go on to the right, you'll see a comparison of 25 through 26. Our county is actually the only one that is less for a year to date. We're at 61,250 less than last year at this particular time versus our other cities, City of Alice, City of Orange Grove, and City of Fremont. Year to date, they are ahead of where they were last year. So numbers are kind of odd in regards to the cities are up over last year, but the county is down a little bit. And then just the last page just states, again, just the collection over last year versus this year. This year we're at 1,655,323.13 in year-to-date collection versus last year at 1,716,573.59, down 61,250. So that's just a little review, something to definitely keep our eye on the sales tax.
Would that be like something that happens normally in the summer? Because people leave, you think? Does that happen every year, or have you seen it in the past, or?
In the summer, it does decrease a little, so that's always our hope that August with fall, school shopping comes back up.
You know, because I would think if we're down here 60,000, but you're up in Fremont, meaning people are traveling. It only shows that they're leaving here, going somewhere else.
Yeah. So definitely a trend, interesting trend to keep an eye on. And I mean, our projections are good because we were conservative on the sales tax number, but that's where we ended up.
I'm gonna make a comment here, Judge. Cindy, I've gone up to a conference one time and I talked to one of the county judges. He was telling me that they hire a company that goes around and does evaluation on all the businesses, and they'll tell you more or less how much taxes, sales tax they should be paying. I have a question, 'cause I have a concern that a lot of these places here in town do not give you an itemized ticket. And what makes you wonder, are they paying their fair share of sales tax on those items, on those charges? So it puts a burden on us in the city. So that, to me, it'd be something to consider.
I agree with you on that.
There's a lot of that stuff. You go to these restaurants and you wonder, like, you just get $21. Okay, well, what's the charge? So how much sales tax are these guys paying? I mean, and you go by all these restaurants right now, and they're packed.
Yeah.
Okay, so how can we be down? And I know it's not just restaurants, it's the stores, but it's something to look into.
Okay, we do have the auditor's monthly report. This is going to be kind of our comparison with our revenues compared to our expenditures. Our revenues for general fund, we are at a collection rate of 86%. Again, a little lower, only because the collections are behind a little with the taxes. If you combine the road and bridge, we're at a collection of 83%. Combining all the other funds, we're at a collection rate of 87% in our revenues. You go on down to the general fund expenditure departments. Of course, through the month of June, we should be at 50%. You'll see all the different departments. There are some a little over the 50% mark. And then we have definitely an eye on concerns. And if you look at the total general fund, we're at 56%. So 6% over on general fund. You'll see all the different road and bridges and their individual percentages. As a whole, they're at 44%. So they are trending under budget. If you combined all the other departments, we're at 55% total. We're supposed to be at 50, so we're at a negative 5% variance.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be over 50%, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm at 59%, but there was a mistake on mine. There was a on that special funding that we got. They considered it $63,000 over, we were told. So they were gonna go back and correct that.
Okay.
So just,
In some of our departments, we're waiting on some reimbursements. I know
Yes.
some of them are, we know that at the sheriff's department, I know we're going over, we still have that second payment.
I know on the election department, we're waiting on also a reimbursement from the Secretary of State. I've talked to Mr. Guerra. He's going to be applying for that reimbursement. They help out so much, so we're waiting for that reimbursement as well.
And then on the non-departmental, I know we've made some payments for grants and stuff like that. We're looking for some reimbursements there too. I know some of these numbers are daunting, but some of them have the reasons why. And some of them are good reasons and some of them are bad reasons, but I think we have more good reasons than bad reasons.
Yeah, if you look at the revenues, you'll see a general fund, we're at the same, the 86% collection versus last year we're at 84. So we are collecting more than what our budget does state. Road and bridges are all roughly in the 70-80% collection as well. And then you'll go on to the expenditures comparison also. Our expenditures are going to be like there's a breakdown, 56 general fund, and then each road and bridge respectively on the expenditure side, which overall they're doing pretty well on the expenditure side.
I want to add to what you were saying. Just because you're over your budget doesn't mean that it's bad if you can justify it. You know, so
There's some things that we're doing, and looking at these numbers, we're doing a lot of good things, but looking at these numbers, compared to last year, probably the year before, I think it's costing more money for us to do our jobs.
It is.
And we're seeing that. We're definitely seeing it, and it's not just happening here in Jim Wells. It's happening all over the world. The United States and Texas for sure. So we're gonna have to take a lot closer look during budget times. Yeah, because the expenses change.
Right.
The revenues don't change as quick. So
exactly.
it creates the issue for all of us, but for the most part, you know, departments do a heck of a job trying to stay in their budgets. And I'd ask to continue to do that. This year, it's gonna be a little tough. We have some unexpected payments that we have to make. We still have to make those payments. That's not the only reason. There's other reasons, but those affected the most. And just ask everybody, number one, shop here in Alice, Texas. Shop in Jim Wells County. Spend your money here. It comes back, or it comes back around. But I know, when you got, back when, let's just say 10 years ago, maybe even longer, 15, it wasn't as easy to go to Corpus Christi, to go to San Antonio, to go to any other place. Now, as soon as, our kids are getting their license, they're going out of town, and when we were growing up or here not too long ago, it wasn't that easy just to get in the car and go. Now it is. So, I do ask that everybody shop local. Our stores, our local mom and pop stores, frequent those guys, and we want those guys to stay in business. We don't want nobody to lose businesses. And we're trying our best to encourage other businesses to come in and trying to keep the money in Jim Wells County. That being said, can I entertain a motion?
Motion to approve auditor's report.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 17, County Treasurer's Report and other monthly reports. 7.1, discuss, consider, and take action to approve County Treasurer's Report and other monthly reports. Entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? I think Mr. Dominguez.
Yeah, emergency.
Yeah. Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 18, payroll and bills. 18.1, discuss, consider, and take action on payroll and bills as submitted by the county auditor with the exception of Fund 52, 53, and 54.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Anyone like to address the court at this time before we adjourn? Hearing none, can I entertain a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.